everybody, this is PMR Bones 88, and today I am going to talk to you is the double superhero movie review. So my first movie that I want to talk about is The Amazing Spider-Man, and yes, I saw it twice, both in 2D and 3D, and those of you who don't know what 2D is, it's just, like regular D, standard D, not wearing the glasses and all that, so just to let you know, in case you guys don't know what it is. But anyways, I want to talk to you guys The Amazing Spider-Man, the one I saw in June or July. No, it was July, I think. Yeah, but I actually saw it. It was pretty good. The storyline was excellent, and I did see it. I didn't want to spoil it. If none of you didn't see it, but if those of you did, maybe I'll spoil it just a teeny tiny bit. But so I want to talk to you guys a little story that talking about Peter Parker's parents. His parents gives his aunt and his uncle just to take care of them, and then they disappear a few years later, and we see Peter Parker like a teenager right now. So he's just an average ordinary teen who does all the things like take pictures, takes care of his aunt and his uncle, and of course these couple jocks pick on him all the time. But anyways, this movie is really good. It's awesome, action packed, and does tell you a lot of story background, and even showing that Peter Parker does become Spider-Man. I mean, the storyline comparing to the Sam Raimi Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man. I mean, the stories, some are the same, and some adds a little more details to it, and a lot of background. And the only difference is this time he creates his web shooters. I actually do really like those web shooters. They don't come out of the web cartridge, and just in case if he runs out of webbing or he has to go and pick up another one or makes another one. So those are actually kind of cool. I hate to say this, but at first the Sam Raimi one that he has those spider webs that comes out of his wrist. I mean, at first that was kind of creepy, but it was actually cool. But the web shooter, that's even more cooler, I have to say. But they're both awesome. But anyways, back to the Amazing one. I thought at first, the costume of it, I thought at first there was web lines. I thought it was gonna be just a plain red and blue suit. I'm glad they added a lot of detail to it, especially with the final trailer, a little touch up to make it believe he has those web lines that he made by himself. And it's actually kind of interesting and to watch so many times, because to bring out the character back to life, it imagines you if this new Amazing Spider-Man fights all these enemies, all these toughest enemies, the Lizard. I was really surprised to see the Lizard in action. I mean, because from this Lizard, I thought this Lizard was going to be just ordinary naked Lizard, because the Lizard throughout the comic books and the TV shows, he usually wears I mean, his clothes does get ripped or torn off sometimes, but not a lot. The only thing that tears off is either his shoe, it doesn't fit right. In the movies, his clothes are totally gone, totally gone. I really enjoy this movie. At first I thought it was going to be, oh god, this is going to be the same story, it's going to suck, but it didn't. It interested me, it blew my mind, eyes wide popping, seeing all the action, especially there were some funny scenes ever, seeing Spider-Man all comical and at a team, which he is, and Andrew Garfield did play a perfect role, a perfect character. I mean, I'm not saying he's better than Tobey Maguire. I mean, Tobey Maguire did great being Spider-Man 3 times. I mean, the first Spider-Man was awesome. The second one was the best, and the third one, well, it was okay, but I didn't really. I mean, at that third one, it was gonna be bad. But I mean, I did at first. They did say they were gonna make a fourth one, but they didn't. They canceled that project, so they start refresh, start new, start all over from the very beginning, right? I mean, seeing Andrew Garfield playing as Peter Parker and Spider-Man brings out the character like to life. Like he's like not just amazing, but also like almost a combination between Ultimate and Spectacular Spider-Man, but almost like the Ultimate Spider-Man from the comic books. That I really like the most. I have a couple issues, but issues of the comic book of Ultimate Spider-Man, but mostly by Venom, because he was one of my favorite characters. But I just love the action scene between Spider-Man and the Lizard from both I think the sewer and the school. That's the first time Spider-Man and the Lizard fighting in the high school. That was totally epic. And Sally Field and Martin Sheen playing by Aunt May and Uncle Ben, they were pretty good too. And I really like Aunt May. She does look like Aunt May. It's just a young version of Aunt May, just a bit, not as old, not as like really really old. But I like the characters, and especially with Emma Stone playing Gwen Stacy. I thought at first she was going to play Mary Jane Watson, that she was going to keep the red hair because Mary Jane was red, of course, right? But I didn't expect her to play, as Gwen Stacy, that she had to dye her hair blonde. But she played the perfect role too. I like it, and especially forgot his name. He played Captain Stacy. He was good too. I like him as well, and also the other guy, I forgot his name as well. I don't really remember all the actors or actress name very well, but he plays Kirk Connors / the Lizard. I liked it. I mean, the story was perfect. The movie was awesome. Even the action scene was epic. Yeah, this movie like brought out my eyes. I mean, and now I'm hearing they are gonna make a sequel. There is going to be an Amazing Spider-Man Part 2, and the date will be, I think, either in May or in July. It's somewhere in 2014 though, so we'll probably wait for that and see what we might think which villain he's going to face. Because there were a few villains that we've seen from Sam Raimi's. We saw the Green Goblin, we saw Doc Ock, the Sandman, Venom, and the New Goblin, aka the second Green Goblin, which that was Harry Osborn. And I was looking for if Norman Osborn was going to be there. I mean, there was a little cameo, like a picture of him with the Oscorp company. That was pretty awesome, but we could barely see his face, so he's sort of like a mystery right now. So I just can't wait for the Amazing Spider-Man to come on Blu-ray or DVD. And this movie is so awesome, so epic, so amazing. As the title says, the Amazing Spider-Man. And also from he didn't do the wrestling thing, but there was a wrestling arena that he fell down from the rooftop. There was an arena, but he didn't face no wrestler like Bonesaw in the first Sam Raimi one. So I like it, and I can't wait to see it. I recommend, if any of you didn't see it or didn't have a chance to go to movie theaters to see it, now's your chance. Or if you want to see it again like I did twice. I want to say I have a little feedback with the 3D. There were some scenes that weren't really in 3D, but I mean, I just say there were a few scenes that were good in 3D and some weren't, but the rest there weren't. But it's not as good like the Avengers. If you're gonna do like a 3D, like a true 3D, like the Avengers, just try and make it more 3D, make it much more realistic, and some things like come out come out like out of the screen, like the lizard's hand. I mean, that's what I thought. That's all I was waiting for, like the lizard like coming towards you, like come in and grab your shirt or your throat or your neck, something. But the rest of the movie, it was pretty awesome. I really liked it, and they kept the story true. They kept the story line like a combination between the comic books and the TV show, and I'm really glad they brought the character back again. Brought him like all new and a little funny and comical sometimes, and sometimes serious by saving the civilian. But I like it. Great movie, awesome movie ever, and hoping that I could see it on DVD or Blu-ray. It's going to be amazing. Yeah.